Shalom. All praises, glory,
Many
and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today. And salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risk their lives and their freedom to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalio, and this video is about the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is a microchip. Alright, so another update regarding the Mark of the Beast prophecy, and apparently, Trump made this statement, which we're about to listen to, a few days ago. And so let's just take a listen.
Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after?
All right, so Trump.
Many Americans.
Let's read the transcript. Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date. All right, so many, many years out of date. You know that Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system, which they're talking about the current financial system, which is based on the fiat currency, okay, will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade, right? A 21st century upgrade, which means a change to the current monetary system that is declaring as ancient, right? Using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after? So they're saying that they are upgrading from the ancient current financial system to the 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. So they're moving towards a new financial system, which is going to be a digital financial system, right? They are implementing a digital world right now. It is called their fourth industrial revolution, which is also called the intelligence age, which is also called the digital age. All right. And the purpose of transforming the financial system away from this current ancient system, as he calls it, which uses the paper money, the fiat currency, towards a digital payment system, is for the purposes of the microchip. It is all about the microchip. The microchip itself is a digital device that makes digital payments. Okay, so they want to make it mandatory worldwide. They are putting in the systems to facilitate the microchip on that mandatory and global scale. All right, so it's as simple as that. Now, it says that, or he said rather, all right, under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. All right, so the state-of-the-art crypto technology. I Googled it, and so it says state-of-the-art crypto technology in 2026 focuses on scalability, security, and interoperability, moving beyond the basic transactions to artificial intelligence integrated modular blockchains and advanced zero-knowledge proofs. Key innovations include high throughput to layer 2 solutions, example, Arbitrum, decentralized physical infrastructure networks, DePIN, and robust stablecoin infrastructure. All right, so the thing to pull here are two things: transactions towards artificial intelligence, which speaks to the transformation of the system itself, right? The fourth industrial revolution. All right, but then it also mentions the robust stablecoin infrastructure, right? And then when you go down here, it mentions, what's going on with it, right? Projects at the intersection of artificial intelligence and blockchain, example, because they're doing artificial intelligence x crypto integration, utilize decentralized networks for artificial intelligence compute, data, and model training, solving pressing artificial intelligence challenges. All right. And then it says the stable coins and real world assets, the RWA. Now, I know all of this, all of this like information and, you know, what it is, it could appear like a lot, right? But the main thing to pull from what is going on here is simple. We know that the mark of the beast is the microchip, and we know that they're moving towards a system that will facilitate the microchip to work, right? And the microchip makes digital payments. So that's just what it is. Now, the stable coins have achieved widespread product market fit, while on-chain tokenization of real-world assets is accelerating, merging traditional finance with blockchain rails. So this is just them moving into their new system, which is their new world order. All right, it's as simple as that. Now, the stable coins itself, all right, is important to take note of, because last year Trump signed into law the Genius Act. The Guiding and Established National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act is a United States federal law that aims to create a comprehensive regulatory framework for stablecoins. Stablecoins are a type of cryptocurrency that are backed by assets considered to be reliable, such as national currency or a commodity. All right, so this was signed into law. They brought the stablecoins in, and so the stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency that aims to maintain a stable value relative to a specified asset, a pool or basket of assets. Okay, so the stablecoin itself, here it is from JP Morgan, something just straight to the point. A stablecoin is a cryptocurrency whose value is designed to be stable, typically by being pegged to a fiat currency like the US dollar. So when they signed the stablecoin into law, the stablecoin is really a form of digital money that works at a 1-to-1 ratio to the US dollar. So when you look at the grand scheme of things, it is effectively like the central bank digital currency, right? And I say that because, there are parallels to it, but it's all about looking at what the end game goal is, right? Moving away from the fiat currency, moving towards a cashless society, moving towards a society to make digital payments. And it's all about where it's heading, where it's going to be that microchip that is going to make the digital payments, right? And no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So unless you have that microchip, which is the mark of the beast, you won't be able to buy or sell. All right, to paraphrase. Okay, so this is where it's all heading towards. It's as simple as that. Okay, so this is what Trump's announcement is all about. All right, moving the world towards eventually the launch of the microchip. All right, they're just setting the foundation. The digital ID system, which is a stepping stone towards the microchip, it's all about consolidating all of your information into one place, because that's how the microchip operates as well. The microchip is an all-for-one use device, right? It is used to present your identification, and your biometrics are attached to it. It is used to make payments. It is used to present your medical information. It is used to as well even open up, doors and stuff like that. It has multiple uses. Okay, this is where the world is all heading towards. Now, regarding the fourth industrial revolution, right? The fourth industrial revolution, as I've mentioned, also known as 4IR Industry 4.0 or the Intelligence Age, is a new logism describing rapid technological advancement in the 21st century. So you see, Trump said the 21st century moving towards, under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. All right, so you can see how it's all tying in. Okay, so it follows the third industrial revolution. The term was popularized in 2016 by Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum founder and former executive chairman, who asserts that these developments represent a significant shift in industrial capitalism. Okay, so the fourth industrial revolution is simply just moving the world towards a completely digital society, all right, which is really just another name for their new world order, just straight up like that. All right, this is what we're seeing. But there is here, right, since it mentioned the fourth industrial revolution, that was popularized in 2016. Okay, it shows us, or rather I have a video that will show us here that Klaus Schwab, right, back in 2016, he himself made a statement.
Aujourd'hui, au bout de ça,
So it says, today, at the end of this, we are talking about chips that can be implanted. Now, this was January 10th, 2026. Okay? When will that be? Certainly in the next 10 years. And at first, we will implant them in our clothes. And then we would imagine that we will implant them in our brains and in our skin. And this was said back in 2016. And he said in 10 years. And now we're in the year 2026. It has officially been 10 years because this was January 2016. Okay? And so then when you look at everything, even just the information that I've brought out in the past, 11 minutes or so, you can see how it's all tying in. You can see where it's all heading towards. So, looking at the information presented, it's all clear what is going on. It's evident to see, right? And it's all happening in real time. It's, we're no longer in the days where it's like, oh, this is coming. We're in the days where it is now here. Okay? So this is where they're heading towards, by the way, right? With all of this, it's all leading up to the microchip, which the microchip is a part of this fourth industrial revolution, which Trump, right, is pushing, right? That's what he's talking about. The upgrade to the 21st century is towards that fourth industrial revolution, right? So it's all clear. The scriptures say in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3 that the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come, it will not tarry. So the vision is speaking, man, very loudly, right? And there are all these, technological understandings and whatever to what's coming in, right? But we just know that it's as simple as the mark of the beast is a microchip. We know how the microchip operates. We can see what kind of system is being implemented to allow the microchip to work on that global mandatory scale. Boom, just like that. All right, in Revelation 12 verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, talking about the so-called white man, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he's coming with great wrath, man. All right, and he knows his time is short. All right, so that's why things are like speeding up, man. Okay, he's moving quickly to implement his NWO and to launch his microchip and make it mandatory worldwide. It is their next level slavery system that they're bringing in, where they're going to be marking their slaves with that microchip. All right, it's branding their slaves. Okay, so this is where it's all heading towards. And the scriptures say it too, man, in Romans chapter 13 and verse 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. And look at the times that we're in, man. Look at how close we are. Things have been signed into law, right? To where the systems are being put in place to allow the microchip, to function as it needs to function. The world is transforming towards the digital society with the 15-minute cities, the smart cities, right? Everything is being done, man. It's all being implemented, all right? And keep eyes on this, especially, all right? Because, we're in the time that Yahushua spoke about, where we will see wars and rumors of wars, the earthquakes, the famines, the pestilences, etc. We're literally in that time. And then, we're constantly hearing about like, oh, Trump with Iran and X, Y, and Z and Greenland and all these kinds of things, which these things do contribute to Bible prophecy. It is a gradual buildup towards the eventual fulfillment of, World War III, the eventual fulfillment of America's allies turning against her, etc. But we must look out for this prophecy. Okay, this is what really lets us know, where we're at. Okay? We have an understanding that the War of Armageddon, World War III, that's going to take place over there in Western Asia, the so-called Middle East, you know, that's not going to pop off the way it's going to pop off, seriously, because we have to wait for the microchip first. The prophecy has to be fulfilled, right? Because once that pops off over there, it's all going to lead towards the ICBM missiles being shot towards America, right? And there is a judgment for our people in America as it pertains to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 to 10, where our people who take the microchip, they're going to be destroyed, right? So the prophecy has to be fulfilled, okay, before the return of our Lord Yahushua, right? So this is just what it is, man. Okay, so with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemi Shai Bashim Kodesh. Shalom.